Hello guys, welcome to another episode on Yinka's Meals. Yay! Have you guys been? I've been okay. Thanks for asking. Have been good too. So have you guys been anyway? I hope you guys are actually staying safe. I know that the lockdown and a whole lot of restrictions have been lifted, but either way, even as we learn to cope with COVID-19, I hope you guys are doing the appropriate thing. So welcome to another episode on Yinka's Meals. I know it's been a while, but thank you for always finding time to join me on each episode. Thank you for all the feedbacks I've gotten so far in this season. It's been tremendous. Of course, I need feedback to improve, to be better. I hope you guys have also been checking out some of my video content on YouTube. Please, when you do check it out, don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends about it, share the content to do me a lot of good, help my ministry. Support a girl. I think that should be the right word. When you listen to my podcast and you think about what's the best way to support Yinka, I think the best way to support me right now is by sharing my content and inviting others to listen in, and also subscribe on my YouTube channel. Check out my blog too, So thank you guys for everyone who has decided to come on this journey with me so far, from day one. I started podcasting last year, July. So we're officially a year right now. So thank you. Anyway, welcome to another episode on Yinka's Meals. Yeah. On today's episode, I'll be talking about the question, does love fade? Yes. And I'm talking about it because this particular conversation has been reoccurring in my circles. So the other day I was having a conversation with my friend, two of my friends actually, and she was of the opinion one of my friends was of the opinion that eventually in the long run love would always fade, and she was of the opinion that love is never enough in a relationship or in a marriage. No matter how much you guys want to put it, eventually love will never be enough, and that's why it's always good to be friends with your partner, so that eventually when love fades, what you guys have will be friendship, and then you guys can build from there, and at least you are friends with each other. And that was our own opinion, and I was like, I beg to differ. And that's because, of course, let me just state that before I used to also believe that maybe love usually fades. After a while, after the years have gone, after everything, love would have faded, and then what you guys would just be friends with each other. I've actually had that school of thought before, and when I had this conversation with my friend, one of the things she mentioned was that she asked me a question. She was like, "Are my parents still in love?" She was asking me that the very reason why my parents are together, is it because of love? I said I would like to believe that is so. I'm not in their relationship my parent relationship, but I would like to believe that at least they love each other, they care about each other as much as probably they've grown to become friends. I would like to believe that there's an element of love in what the two of them share. So back to my own school of thought on it. So, like I said earlier, I also had that school of thought before, where I believe that in the long run, eventually, after all the years, love would eventually fade, and what you guys would have would be friendship. And I think I had that school of thought because I've always had people talk about it like that. And before you know it, that kind of thinking becomes ingrained in you, and then you two begin to share that school of thought. So anyway, last week I started catching up on this series on YouTube, Black Love. You guys could check it out, where they interview various black couples, about their relationships, how they met, how do you know is the one, your soulmate. That's another question. Does soulmate exist? Do you think there's just one person that is just for you? Do soulmate exist? I think that would be a very good question. But anyway, I've been following Black Love on YouTube, and their experiences, their love stories, have been eye-opening and also somewhat challenging. But one of the episodes that I listened to last week that changed my opinion on whether love fades was that somebody was asking that, when you get married to someone or when you start dating someone, it's not the person that you started dating today that will be the same person tomorrow. And the couple that was saying that if you started dating someone and then you get married, if the way you met the person when you just met is still the same way the person is when you guys are now married, even years into your marriage, and there's an issue, then there's no growth. And then I started to think about it, because when you meet someone, there's always growth. I'm thinking about it now because the me of yesterday, the me of last year, is not the me of this year. I've gone through so much. I've experienced a couple of things that has propelled me to grow, has changed my thinking. So I've also experienced growth. So if I was in a relationship with someone between last year and today, because I've also experienced growth in different areas of my life, those growths would have also translated into my relationship. And this particular couple on the Black Love series was saying that there's no how you would be with someone and you've dated, now you're in a relationship with each other, and then you are now married, not just like newly married, like many years into your marriage, and there's no that you will not notice a change. And the question the facilitator, the coordinator, was asking this young couple, because they have been married for like 7 years, and was asking them that you should be able to love your partner for different seasons. And I found that very, very profound. The ability to love your partner in different seasons, because we're experiencing growth, we're experiencing changes in different areas of our lives. And as we grow, we experience changes. So we should not ever get to that place where we tell our partner that you are not the same person I married, or you have changed. Change is one constant thing, like, or you have changed, because we always want to see our partner change. We always want to see them grow. We always want to see them evolve. But of course, we want to see them grow and evolve for good, for better. And even as all these changes occur, we should be able to see our love also changes and evolves. So our love grows. The more you spend time with someone, the more you guys see your flaws and your excesses, and the more you and your partner both work hand in hand to make yourself better. Because the truth is that we all have flaws, but as we have flaws and excesses, we are also working daily to be better. And the fact that we are working daily to be better means that we are also changing, we are also evolving. And as our partners are changing and evolving, our love also changes for them. Our love grows. There's a whole lot of things that is actually occurring. And that's why I believe that love does not fade. Because when you start dating someone and you guys are committed to each other, I'm not talking about people that just want to play around. I'm talking about committed relationships, committed partnerships, where you date, then you get married, and you both of you decide that you want to spend the rest of your lives together. When you guys both get to that point, there will be a whole lot of changes. There will be a whole lot of seasons in your life, and you cannot get to a place where it is only when it is good that I love my partner. Even when it is not good, you should be able to love your partner at that time, because that's a different season. You might get to a season in your life, maybe during the course of your relationship, where because of whatever you guys are doing at that time, you guys have enough time to spend with each other. You guys do a lot of things together, and then the love between you and your partner then grows. You might get to another season of your life, maybe where one partner is much more busier than the other partner. So it's not like you guys would have things going on for you, but you're now very, very busy. So you guys don't actually hang out or have date nights as often as you guys always had in a particular season of your life. So because you are now in that different season, you also find ways again to keep on loving your partner. So I feel that when people say that love dies, I feel that for people like that, they haven't found ways to evolve with the changes in their life. They haven't found ways to evolve with these different seasons in their lives. Because when you first get married, that's a season in your life where you are married, you're enjoying, because you just got married. By the time your schedules start getting very, very busy, that's a different season in your life. You also have to find new ways to keep on loving this partner, because the way you first love this partner when it was not, maybe it was less busy or something, it would also is different from now that it's now busy. When kids come into the picture, it's going to be a different level again. You have to also keep on finding new ways. We should not get to a place of complacency where we feel that, okay, I love this man, that is it. You can't just say I love you, because okay, when you get to a place that you fall in love, okay, you love the person, I love you, that should not be the end. It should always be a place of growth, a place of finding new ways to love this person. And for me, that's my school of thought anyway. I don't believe that love dies. I don't believe that love fades. I believe that we change, and as partners, when we have a partner where we are committed to each other, we have to get to a place where we are both, we are loving our partners irrespective of the seasons of our lives, during the good, during the bad times, during the challenging times, during the times where it's frustrating. We can look at this partner, whatever the season of their lives, and say that I love you. Of course, I might not love you like I did yesterday, but I love you more today. Tomorrow, I'll still keep loving you, because you are ready, because you've made up your mind that irrespective of the changes, irrespective of the seasons that you guys face, that you guys encounter, you're always going to love this person. And that's my school of thought. And that's something that I actually learned from this Black Love Anyway. And it's something I'm willing to hold on to, because we hear a lot of cases like that. And I don't want to be... I feel that when you hear that love fades or love dies, that is a relationship where effort has not been put into it. Sometimes effort is even put into such relationships, but you get to a stage, or you get to a point in time where a particular partner, is just tired, like, oh, I'm trying and this other person is not trying enough, and then you're just tired of that season of your relationship, or you're just tired of the particular season in your partnership, and then you decide to stop trying, and that's when love gradually begins to die and fades. But when you have a partner where you guys are both committed to each other, and you guys are ready that irrespective of the seasons in your life, I'm always going to love this person, I'm ready to change, just like in like now in Nigeria, we have the rainy season and the dry season. So during the rainy season, you wear clothes that protect you from the cold, and during the dry season, you wear clothes that don't make you feel too hot, because you are ready to change depending on the season that you are in. Like, you are ready to adapt. And I feel that's how it should be, even with loving your partner, irrespective of the seasons that you guys both find yourself. You should be ready to adapt to love your partner according to that season. Of course, now we don't know how topsy-turvy those seasons would be, but just the ability, the mindset that, oh, I'm going to love you irrespective of the seasons of our lives. Okay, guys, we've come to the end of today's episode. Does love fade? Have you ever been in a relationship before where you felt that the love died between you and this person, where the love faded, where the love stopped to exist? You look at this person and you be like, I used to love you, but now I hate your guts. I don't know. But if you have ever been in such situations, I'd like to hear from you. When you didn't listen to this voice note, please send me a voice note. If you are listening from Anchor, if you are not listening from Anchor, if you are listening from Apple or Google or Stitcher or Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts, if you listen to this podcast, you can just send me an email, yinkadeni@gmail.com. I'd really love to hear from you. It's going to be a pleasure, hearing your own school of thoughts on this topic. Do you think love fades? Do you think love dies? Okay, guys, have a fruitful week ahead. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell a friend and share this podcast. I hope this podcast makes sense. Bye, guys. Cheers. Love you guys.